tough out here, but you can catch a fish. Just have to have a little luck.
You saw it. It is possible to catch a fish out here. It's not easy, but it's possible. We'll get into the report here in just a minute. This is the In Deep on the Delta weekly report for the week of February 2nd, 2023. And before we get into the report, I've got a couple things that you might want to know about. First off, Real Custom Boat Works out at 8090 Rio Blanco Road. That's Paradise Point. They're going to have a Coast Guard inspection Saturday, February 11th, 8 to 12. Pancake breakfast, coffee and donuts. You can get your boat inspected. You can talk to the Coast Guard. They'll give you any information you need to know about, being up to compliance, so on and so forth. Now, this is, like I said, at Real Custom Boat Works. It's going to be in the parking lot of the ramp at Paradise Point. Their shop is right next to the parking lot where the old Paradise Point boat or engine and boat repair used to be. So check that out Saturday, February 11th from 8 to 12. The Bass Hole Tackle Swap, that's going to be April 1st, 9 to noon. Rods, reels, lures, old gear, new gear, no guns or no ammo. Bring your own table, come on out. Rob will have some deals going at the Bass Hole. Usually have a barbecue truck out there. A lot of good local people come out and chat a little bit, see if you can't pick up some something you need or sell something that you don't need. That's the Bass Hole Tackle Swap, Saturday, April 1st. Last but not least, Toxic Day 4. That's going to be a big one. Saturday, June 24th. You got to come out to that. A full day of bait makers from all over California and probably all over the West. You'll get to buy some custom baits. You'll get to talk to the guys that are making these baits. So remember those dates, write them down, and hopefully we'll see you guys out there. Not going to talk a lot about lake levels. They're all pretty much leveling out, and that's because the state has them down at their minimum pool to accommodate flood control. So depending on what we get in the next month or so as far as water, maybe 2 months, is going to depend on what the lakes end up leveling out at. But I would kind of guess that right now what we have is going to be pretty close to what we end up with through the summer. So with that, we'll get right into the report. Delta, what are the conditions out here? I was out Saturday. Water temperature early morning was 49 degrees. That was the nice sunny day that we had. It went up to about 53 and a half degrees by about 3 o'clock. Now, since then, it's gotten cold, and I suspect, and today when I got up to come out here, it was 34 degrees. I suspect that the water is going to be holding around 49, 50 degrees until we start really warming up out here. Clarity has been inching up day by day. I have had reports from out around Frank's Track, 1 to 2 feet of visibility right here at Paradise Point and close, Disappointment Slough, Bishop Cut. We're talking about that same, I'll give it 2 feet of visibility. I have found 4 to 5 feet of visibility in some of the back sloughs. I fish there, and that's where I've been catching, or that's where I'm getting a few bites, and I've caught a couple of fish. There's no pattern going on, but you can find a little better water clarity in the backs of the sloughs. If you guys are coming out, it is safe to be out here. There's still debris coming down the river, but it's pretty clear. Just slow down and be careful. There are a few logs and trees and stumps and things that are floating down, so you got to be careful. Navigation, just slow down. So what's been going on? And I've talked to probably in the last week 7 or 8 people at the dock, and I've gotten about 10 reports, and it hasn't been good. Let's start with Saturday. That's when I saw most of the people out here. Talked to, I think, 5 or 6 guys in a kayak. When I had talked to them, that was a 0, a skunk. Talked to a couple of boats that were out. They came back in, and 0, skunk. I got lucky. High, outgo tide. I got 3 bites. I caught 2 fish on Saturday. I'll let you know how I caught those in just a minute. I also talked to Nick and Thomas Kanemoto. They were out Saturday also searching around for largemouth, and they were hunting the area around Frank's Track. 0 bass. They did some crappie fishing and got some crappie. So if you get blanked on bass, start fishing some docks and some little marinas and things, you could probably catch some crappie. What did I do? I was in back of a slough Water clarity was about 4 to 5 feet of visibility. I caught 2 fish on a 5-inch green pumpkin worm, just very slow, couldn't even feel the bite, just set the hook, they were there. I also had a bite on a white spinnerbait. That fish didn't hook up. I have had, I think, 3 or 4 guys say, yeah, I was fishing and I hooked up, and God, I got the fish about halfway in and it popped off. So that's kind of telling me that even the fish that we're getting to bite, they're not really aggressively taking things. I think I got lucky and just found a little window of opportunity. It was in the right place at the right time, and I had those bites and caught a couple of fish. There is no pattern to come to use out here. You just got to come out and put in your time. If you come out, just be safe. I will be out this Friday, tomorrow, with Randy Pringle. And Randy and I we're gonna move around the Delta. I think we're gonna do a little fishing, and I'm gonna get to sit down with Randy, and I'm gonna really drill Randy on what he thinks is gonna happen in the next 2, 3, 4 weeks into the spring. And I think Randy, who you guys know as the BBT director, longtime tournament angler, Randy's known as the fishing instructor. He knows the Delta as good as anyone out here, and I'm going to really talk to him about what we should be doing to gear up, what baits we should be using, types of areas we should fish, so on and so forth. So with that, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're getting any information out of this thing, and I would appreciate that. And until next week, good luck. I'll be out on the river, and if I see you, make sure you stop and say hi to me. If you guys go out and get some time on the river, send me a report. It's going to be really important in the next month or 2 to get as many reports as I can, so I can keep you guys informed on what's going on out here as the fishing gets better and better. Don't quit your day job. Don't take a day off work just yet, but it's coming down the road. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the water.